Oh, my eyes are closed, y'all, on this opening. Not on the opening, but on the thumbnail for this video. I'm sorry. I know I'm trying to put my phone into my mount so that I can kind of be hands free. Should I put my should I have some better sound? It's always good to have better sound, right? So let's plug in. Let's plug this in because they're all charged and everything. The only thing is that it doesn't fit quite perfectly into my mount, so we can be a little raggedy. Okay. Working right.
Okay, that should
And
be
then I
it.
just snap that on there.
To do, or what information you need. I'm ready to help.
Turn that around here. You're supposed to be seeing my house. My house ain't put together real good right now. Hello, hello, hello. Good morning. What's a guan? Okay. See, this is what I mean. And it's got to be set stable while I. Boy, let me tell you, I need to find all the times that I have dropped my phone while on the lives and just like make a compilation. Oh Lord. Seriously, just make a compilation because I think it's been at least like a dozen times. Then you take your phone to the people and they say, "Oh, you can get it fixed," and they're like, "Oh, have you ever dropped it?" No, no, of course not. They know you lying, right? Let me check real quick to make sure the sound is good, so I'm not sitting on here just talking and can't nobody hear me. What am I looking for? And then I'm gonna make breakfast because I have not had breakfast yet this morning. Hey, somebody's down in the chat. What's going on? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I will send you $500. Well, go ahead on then. Send the $500 then. Yes, sir. We need some cash up in the house. We can always use some extra money. Let me see. Let me think of what I need to buy with that $500 because I'm already buying. I'm already right now buying a bunch of equipment for social media. I really am. What's going on? Where are we? Okay, so I'm looking for my page, my channel, and then I just want to hear how Mr. Robert Anton sounds before he gets this all good and stuff. I think you're supposed. I think you can do this before you start and everything. Thank you for the likes. I appreciate it. I think you can do this before you start, but like I never expect anybody to be in here like mad early, so I just be like, whatever. And I just decided to sign in because I'm about to have what happened? Okay, there I am. I can't find myself. What's going on? What the guan? Guan. That's me. Okay. Guan. That's me. Okay. All righty. There's a tiny bit of a lag, but I expect that. And it really, I don't think makes any difference with you guys. So what am I going to have today? I guess I'm going to have some bacon, eggs, some fried banana, some toast, some grits. I'm gonna have a big breakfast today because I'm planning out being out all day. Um, where should I put this? I plan on being out because there are several events that I want to go to. Welcome to Cooking with Robert Anton. And y'all know if I don't have on my glasses, I can't see your notes. But as soon as I put them on, bang, bang, bang. Gang, the fuck is this? This is a live stream with Robert Anton, singer, songwriter, actor, author, poet, and we're about to make some food. He also was an aspiring chef. If I hadn't become a singer, I would have become a chef. But that I went to school for music and all that good stuff. I didn't go to school to cook, but I do still cook at home a lot. And since I live alone, I have pretty much no choice. But I actually enjoy cooking. My grandmother taught me how to cook. My mom started me off, but the old folks took me under their wing and taught me how to cook. And then I worked for a chef when I was like a preteen, and she was paralyzed, and we used to cook together. So we probably crooked, right? But that's all good. So we used to cook together, and she taught me a few things, and really just by cooking with her, because basically I was her hands and feet and all that good stuff. This is being filmed on a Nokia flip phone. Is it? Is it really? I didn't know that. Thank you for letting me know. That's interesting. Is the Nokia really good? Because I think my phone's camera is really good. Even my front-facing camera is really good. Hey, what's going on? How you doing? Come on in. What's up? What's up? What's up? You're here with viral video maker Robert Anton. Over the last week, I've had four viral videos totaling about 500,000 views. And it has been quite a journey. But right now, I'm about to cook because I am getting out of the house soon. Glock 90s. I'm getting out of the house soon. Hey, hi, what's going on? I'm getting out of the house soon. Because I am going to Schaumburg for an event, and they got all day events going on. But then a friend invited me downtown to Brooklyn to play some cards. Now, I played cards last night, and I was planning on leaving at about midnight. I left at 2 in the morning because I love to play me some cards. And I got home about 3 in the morning. The train ride was about an hour. So I'm going to be going back down there today. So I'm planning on going to the Schaumburg whenever I can make it. And then, just leaving at 2 o'clock and then being downtown around 3:15 so I can play cards. And then I'm play cards about 7 and leave there. And then there's the Brooklyn Pride Parade at 7:30. So I have a full day. So I have to make a big breakfast. You know what I'm saying? A big breakfast. Now I need to wait on that. What I need to do is I want to have a little something in my eggs. What's going on? Built like a 12-year-old. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Hey. This message has been held for review. Why they holding messages? Are y'all being bad in the chat? Are y'all being bad? Don't get spanked. Drink protein shake and eat an entire turkey. Why would I do that? You think I need to gain weight? Let me tell you, I have been the same weight pretty much since I was in high school. And I'm in my 50s, okay? So I've been the same weight all that time. And I eat like a horse sometimes. But I do eat healthier. Since probably I was about 30, I started eating more healthy. But I sometimes still eat a lot. Then again, sometimes I forget to eat. So that probably doesn't help. But I think I'm a good weight. I'm a good fighting weight. You know what I'm saying? I'm a good fighting weight. I don't really fight unless I have to tell y'all the truth. If somebody attack me, then I fight. But I got a mouth on me, so people be coming for me because I can flip off in a minute and tell you off. You know what I'm saying? Look like defenseless. I'm getting me some stuff to cut up for my eggs. So I am going to I can cook, y'all. Now I can cook down. Diddy, Oh my goodness, that's so. You shouldn't say that in here. You know why? Because if you say his name 3 times, he shows up in your room. You should not say that because he gonna be on the loose. He gonna come get you. So yeah, I've got a full day today, so I'm making me a big breakfast. I posted up a few videos. I didn't post a video on this channel today, but I posted a dance video on my cover channel, and that's where 3 of my videos went viral on my cover channel. One went viral over here. I think it has 100 and something thousand views. No, I think it has 68,000 views on this channel. It's so crazy how content creators can have 200 videos and they know just about how many views each video has, especially each viral video. It never ceases to amaze me. So I'm cutting up some mushrooms, some onions, maybe a little tomato for my eggs. And if you're young and you don't know how to cook, start learning. Start learning. The first thing I learned how to make was a grilled cheese. And then I learned how to make hot dogs and then boiled eggs. And it was on from there. Once I realized that I didn't have to wait for my mom to eat, I was a mess. I was like, let me get in the kitchen and make me something quick. And I'm Gen X, right? This is month. Yep, this is my month, baby. It's Pride Month. This is Pride Month. This is definitely my month. Skinny? Yeah, I'm a little thin. Yeah, that's true. But that's better than being fat. I think. Now, I don't mind somebody being a little thick, but I don't want to. I am literally like 150 pounds, and I was about that weight when I was in high school. The most I've gained is like 20 pounds. I was up to 172. And mind you, I'm 5'9". And for me, I looked, really, really thick and stuff like that. And I felt okay, but, it's just not me. I live in, hey, Robert, been sub to you for years. Hey, what's going on, subby? Good to see you. Have you been around here lately? What are these viral videos and where are they at? There's one on this channel here. It's 68,000 views now, and it's a dance video. And then there are 3 on my cover channel. My cover channel is itsranton, itsranton. And there are 3 viral videos, 175,000, 120,000, 114,000. And all within, like they got in the 100,000s, like within a few hours. So, and this is all in the last week, I think. Yeah, last week, not this Tuesday, but the Tuesday before, not just past Tuesday, but the Tuesday before, I think is when the first one popped off. The funny thing is when that one popped off, another one popped off that had been up for like a week or 2. And that's how it happens. Like when you get one good video, people go checking out, one video that resonates. I don't want to call it good because I've been making good content for 20 years, okay? He's almost like a regular guy. Yeah. I don't know. Like, I think I'm a regular guy. I just happen to like other guys, to be attracted to other guys. I don't think there's anything specifically strange or different about me. And most people, if I don't tell you my proclivities, or if I'm not talking about who I'm dating, then you don't know, And people always say, oh, keep that to yourself. We don't want to know. But let me tell you, if you aren't talking, especially a straight guy, especially a straight black man, if you're not talking about women constantly, then people figure that you are, And I'm like, I'm not talking about men constantly. So why would I be talking about women constantly? It doesn't make any sense. I'm making some grits, some bacon, some eggs, fried banana, and some and probably some toast. I might not even have the toast, but I gotta have at least one piece of toast. Okay. La 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 la. Can you guys hear me well? La 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 la. My Sherry Amore, lovely as a summer's day. My Sherry Amore. So yeah, I'm a singer, songwriter, actor, author, poet. Living in New York City, performing. My day job, I'm the wedding singer. So I sing at weddings, corporate events, weddings, bar mitzvahs, bat mitzvahs, bar mitzvahs, weddings, corporate parties, weddings. I'm basing my subscription on how good these eggs look. Okay, you better say it now. You better say it. They are going to look good because look, there's the mise en place. The mise en place. One thing I love to do is eat, so I love to cook also. Like I said, if you don't know how to cook already, start learning. And these days, you know, it's so easy. You can learn anything on the internet. People have taught themselves how to drive, how to code, how to make movies. I mean, just all kinds of stuff on the internet. I literally had to change the tire because I had this rental car. I was going up to Connecticut, so I had to rent a car. And for some reason, the friggin' tire was dying or whatever. So the air kept going out of it. So I had to go onto YouTube, and I found the specific car that I was driving, and it walked me all the way through, you know, how to change the tire. I wouldn't have even knew how to find like the jack, the place to put the jack. But because it was hidden away under like the just outside of the tire underneath, I wouldn't have found that. But I found it on YouTube. I was like, oh, okay. And then it made it easy. I was done in less than half an hour. You can learn how to do just about anything on the internet. Oh, some what? Some D? What? Joe Blow being bad up in here, y'all. Bro, why you geeking? I don't know. That's just how I am. Yes, I am a part of the LMNOP community. What's going on, Caden? How are you? You are cooking with Robert Anton. Who's Robert Anton? I'm Robert Anton. You are? Yes, I am. What do you do, Robert Anton? I'm a singer, songwriter, actor, author, poet. Oh my God, you're really talented. Yeah, I am. Are you creative too? What kind of stuff do you do on the internet? Well, let me tell you, I do a little bit of everything on the internet. I call my channels and my pages all over the internet. I have 8 of them. I call them variety shows. So I like shows like In Living Color and Mad TV and SNL and the Carol Burnett Show and Lucille Ball. So those are the kinds of shows that I like to do. But my main gig is singing. I talk to myself sometime, y'all. Hey, Dana, how's it going? I really do. I be up in here talking to myself because I live alone, you know, and you get to just talking out loud or thinking out loud. So, you know, it's basically talking to yourself. And I'm not crazy or anything. I mean, I could be a little touched, but in a good way, I think. But I used to do that because my side job used to be when I was in college, when I was going through college, and when I first moved to Chicago and then to New York, I used to be a waiter. And I used to literally be at the computer, or I'd be walking around thinking about what I what I need to do, like what needs to be done, where I need to do, who I need to hit next. And I'd be like, okay, so I got to do so and so, and I got to do this. And and he needed, I'd just be out loud in the middle of the floor talking to myself. And nobody paid it any attention. They really did. They really did. It was so funny. I thought like it's a little weird, a little real strange. And I didn't see anybody else doing it, or I didn't hear anybody else doing it. But listen, it's how things work for me. So I do what works for me. I'm not worried about nobody else. Nobody else. If it don't work for you, that's all good and fine. If you don't understand it, that's all good and fine. It works for me, so I continue to do it. And if I look a little crazy or a little strange, okay. Okay. I can deal with that. I have no problem with that. And that's how you have to be. That's really how you have to be in this life. Sometimes you got to be like, I don't care what you think. I got to do what I got to do. And you can like it or you can not like it. But either way, I'm the one that's got to live with me all the time. I'm the one who's got to take my wins and losses. I'm the one, who has to either be out on the street, maybe selling some whatever for money, or, working a good job and, paying my rent and bills. You ain't going to do it. Nobody ain't going to do it for you. You got to do it for yourself. So when you talk about, I don't know why you, and I don't know how you can, and who you put up with some, and I don't believe, and it's like, are you going to pay all my bills? Are you going to give me your credit cards where I can go shopping and get me some new clothes? Are you going to put food on my table? If you're not, shut up. Shut up. Let me see y'all talking up here. I appreciate y'all really for hanging out with me for a little while. Sarah, when did Robert ask your brother for butt spreading videos? Why do people? Okay. I do not. You know what? Butt spreading videos. Lord Jesus. Why do people, especially, little hater people and stuff like that, have such nasty, just nasty thoughts? If you ask your girlfriend about butt spreading videos, or if you eating her booty hole, that's not my business. When I think of straight people, I don't worry about who's having sex and who's doing who, and if she's pegging him or not. That's not my business. I don't worry about that. So why do people worry about that so much? I think I have a theory. I'm old enough to have a theory for just about everything. I think it's because you think about those things so often because you have that, you want to do it. You know what I'm saying? You want to do it. You want to see it. You want to be a part of it. And so then you're projecting that out into the universe. But watch out, because a lot of times what you project out is what you get back. That's called karma. So you can do it all you want to on here. I do not mind. I don't block people. I don't send people packing. I'm not worried about you, because it's all good for me, because I'm here, enjoying my life and prospering and traveling and, going singing, doing what I love to do for a living, making content that I actually enjoy. And a lot of my friends and stuff, because again, I'm Gen X, right? So a lot of my friends are in their like 30s and 40s, I'm in my 50s. Some are in their 20s, but especially the people that I like meet playing cards. I was surprised last night. This is off on a tangent, right? And I don't know if I'm gonna get back or not, but listen. Last night I was playing cards with some friends, and I looked around the room and I was like, and I asked the host, I said, is anybody here from the 2000s, like born in the 2000s? And he looked and he was like, no, nobody's here from the 2000s. And I was like, that's surprising to me, because I'm very rarely in a room where there aren't at least a few 20-something-year-olds. But last night, it was all of us in our 30s, 40s, and 50s. There may have been one or two people in their 60s. And, it was a great vibe. He had a DJ, a professional DJ. He had a little charcuterie table laid out with alcohol. He made 3 pans of pasta dishes. And he made this delicious punch that I probably had too much of. but it wasn't that strong because I didn't feel like I probably had like 5, 6 glasses. And then when I left, I didn't feel woozy or I didn't feel like, I was drunk or anything like that. I actually read on the way home. I have some reading that I need to do for a class that I'm taking. I take a creative writing class for the last few years. And that has helped me work on my craft of writing. It's helped me get published. My first few pieces I had published. Well, my first piece I got on my own, but the next 2 or 3 pieces I had published were recommendations from my mentor. Because we, write pieces in the workshop, and then people will recommend like, oh, that sounds good for so and so, or this. I think this magazine will be interested in that, or you should submit this to so and so and so. And sometimes they'll give you a name, somebody that they know personally. That's a great way to be published. I actually have a video on here that's called How to Become a Published Writer. And if you want to be a writer, you should check that out. I also have videos on here, so you want to be a singer. So if you're thinking that you might want to be a singer in life, I have 100 videos, over 100 videos in this series. So y'all wanted to see the food. It's not the best presentation because I am at home. And I do like to put up a nice little presentation, but let me see. So there we are. There are the eggs, grits, fried banana, bacon. You know what? I didn't do any bread, but this plate right here. So I'm not going to worry about no bread. We don't need that. Do I get the sub? Did I get the sub? I know these eggs are going to be delicious. What is going on? Life interrupted. What have you been up to? So I guess we're going to have a little mukbang because I'm going to eat. And it's 12:18. I'm getting out of the house a little later than I expected. I wanted to be leaving the house at like 12:30. But that's not going to happen. It's like I'm going to be running late. I see how stars and stuff like be running late all the time for like gigs and for their performances, because you get to doing stuff and before you know it, boom, boom, boom. I haven't even showered yet. And there's an all-day event in New York City at the Schaumburg, which is pretty much a black museum. And they have all kinds of events. So today they're doing a writer's event, but they're also doing a family day. You know how a lot of events for kids, they're doing, they have DJs and D-Nice. If you've heard of D-Nice, he's going to be playing at 4 o'clock, but I'll already be in Brooklyn by that time. There's just a lot going on. And it's summertime in New York, so there's a lot of things. There's a lot of street fairs. There's a lot of parties. There's parades. The Pride Parade in Brooklyn is a twilight parade, so that's tonight at 7:30. And I will be live streaming that on TikTok tonight. Little live streaming event. And I enjoy that. I mean, I figure while I'm there, I might as well show it to other people around the world. Because this New York, people want to know what's going on in New York. They're like, what are y'all up to? If you didn't know, today is Obama Appreciation Day. Obama Appreciation Day. So if you have Obama photos or something like that, post them on the net. The TikToker, yeah, baby. I've been on TikTok for a few years now. I've got two pages on TikTok. I went viral a few times on TikTok, but like even more viral than I've gone over here, because TikTok right now has a whole lot more people who are actually, engaging. So like my biggest video on TikTok has 2.5 million views. Then my next one is like 1.1 million. TikTok is popping. It's popping, I say. But YouTube is my baby. YouTube is where I started. Um, YouTube is home. Oh, YouTube is home. But it's true. I've been on YouTube. Well, my first channel on YouTube, I opened in November of 2006. Never forget it. Because a friend of mine sent me a video of the Tony performance of And I Am Telling You. But it was the whole last part of the scene. So from there you are, Effie. I've been looking all over, turn my back and find myself out on the line. You could have warned me, but that would have been too kind. I've been warning you since Chicago to clean up your act. You've been late, you've been mean, giving all kinds of bullshit flack. That's a lie, that's a lie. It's just I haven't been feeling that well. Effie, please. Stop excusing yourself. You've been late, you've been mean, and getting fatter all the time. Now you're lying, I've never been so thin. You're lying, because you're knocking off that piece who thinks she's better than everybody. She ain't better than anybody. She ain't nothing but common. Yeah. So that scene, my favorite sequence in all of musical theater. And my friend knew this. So he sent it to me on this new site called YouTube. I watched that video, and then it took me to another video, to another video. I was up like till 4 a.m. watching videos on YouTube. But then I started getting videos that like looked like people were like in their own apartment. It wasn't professional videos. It looked like people like in their own space or whatever, at home or whatever. And I was like, really? And of course, this is what happens with me as an artist. My mind started churning. I was like, how do I can probably post on here. And I was in a band called the Blue Diamond Band back then. When I was in a set band, which is like everybody is, we do rehearsals and blah, blah, blah. So I was in a set band. And we were doing performances. We were performing in different corporate events. We were performing at parties, at birthday parties and blah, blah, blah. With high schools, we did some high school performances. So I was like, I can record our band and post our videos on YouTube, for promotion. It was on. It was on. My first video I posted was we went to the zoo, and it was like a tiger turned around and pooted right onto the window, like wet fart right onto the window. So that's the first one I posted. Then I went to Hawaii. I went to Oahu, Waikiki. I was taking a bunch of video. And I wrote a song while I was there. So I put that song, I recorded that song, and I put that song with the video that I had taken. But I did it for each day. So that was 4 different videos, and I posted those. And then I think in January or February, I came up with my So You Want to Be a Singer series. And I think that's what kind of solidified my place here on TikTok. And since I was so early, I met a lot of the old YouTubers. I knew them. I made videos with some of them. Michael Buckley and Day Storm and Timothy De La Ghetto and Tay Zonde, Zodi, so many of them. Dave Days, Francesca Chescale. And I went to the very first VidCon, and I went to the second VidCon. And of course, I met even more of like the big YouTubers, because it was a place where we were all just starting out. So nobody was like, they're big now, but back then they were just content creators before there were content creators. We were just making videos and posting them up on YouTube and hoping for the best. We didn't know what was going to happen. We just wanted to share and meet new people and flex our creative, muscles. It was a beautiful thing. So that's why I say YouTube is home. But eventually, during the lockdowns of the pandemic, I started checking out TikTok and created an account, blah, blah, blah. Eventually, I went viral. And like literally February, 1 month, I went viral. And then I think May, I went viral again. And I was like, oh, okay, I kind of like this. But like much more viral than I had ever been on YouTube. My biggest video on here on this channel and my biggest video on YouTube altogether has almost 800,000 views. My biggest video on TikTok has 2.5 million views. So, and I literally have been on here since 2006, and I have just shy of 6 million views. On TikTok, I've only been on there like maybe 2.5 years, and I have almost 6 million views. So it's really interesting. It's really strange. Like it's so much faster. And it's also maybe because I know better what I do, what I like to do, and I post up stuff that I enjoy. And that resonates with some people. I say some because there's nothing you can do that's going to resonate with everybody. If you do what you enjoy, then, you're more likely to be successful. And so there's always friends of mine who are a little older, 40s, 50s, 60s, and they want to make content, but they don't know what to do. One guy only thinks about going viral. He's like, what if I download a video that's already popular and put it on my page? Would that go viral? And I'm like, it may and it may not, but it also may get your account banned, Like if you want to make content that you enjoy, that resonates with your soul, that makes you happy, that makes you upset. If you like to rant about things, then make that type of content. If you always are feeling like, I don't believe that woman stepped in front of me, if that's the kind of thing that you do, or that's the kind of thing you enjoy, then make that kind of content. Don't make something just that you're like, oh, I want to go viral. What content should I use to go viral? That's not going to work. That's not going to happen mostly. For most people, that's not going to happen. And I was literally on TikTok for 6 months. Again, just making the content that I loved before I went viral the first time. I wasn't trying to like find the cheat code to go viral. I wasn't trying to do the cheat code. I was trying to enjoy myself, put out great content, meet a lot of great people, and then hope that things went well. And that first 8 months, 9 months, it went better than I could ever have expected. Now, for me, the problem is, as I look back in hindsight, going viral took me out of my game. So I was generally always making videos about going viral, trying to point more people to that video or those videos once the second one went viral, and I wasn't making the content that I was making up until then. And that's something that I'm doing different now. I'm making sure that, I have a little twice a week something that I do that's normal, regular, that people come to expect, blah, blah, blah. Remind me of the doc that cured AIDS. By the way, I'm new. Hi, OG, what's up? Somebody cured AIDS? You talking about Dr. Sebi? I don't think he cured it. But there is a conspiracy that he found a cure, and that's why they got rid of him. It's a conspiracy. I don't know whether I believe it or not, because I would suspect if there was a cure that they would, put it out for people. I don't know, but maybe not. I don't know. They say, and again, this is more in the conspiracy realm, so don't flag me or nothing, YouTube. It's a conspiracy. They say that there's a cure for everything that they are now just treating. everything. But they don't want to put it out because they make too much money. Putting the Band-Aid on things. So I don't know. That's beyond my purview. I don't know. I'm just an artist. I'm just a singer, songwriter, actor, author, poet. I'm not an investigative journalist. So I don't know. But that would be a good premise for a fictional book, you know, that someone was researching all of this and then they found out, you know, that it's true and tried to bring it to the public and the struggles they faced, including, you know, bodily harm. That would be a very, very interesting premise for a book, even though I can't imagine that there aren't already a dozen of them out already. So I don't know. Hey, how you doing, Travel? Now, Frank. Hello. How are you? So we just having a little mukbang for anybody that just came in. I'm having breakfast. I know it's almost 12 or 12. It's 12 o'clock that I have breakfast. After I do my social media stuff, I might have some fruit in the morning. I might juice some fruit or something and vegetables, or I might have a smoothie. This morning, I just had some grapefruit, and then I got to work. And the work is my social media posting, checking my site, seeing how my videos are doing. I have 8 different pages, so I got to see on each page what's going on, maybe check some analytics, maybe post something. I don't always post on everything. Today, I posted in 2 places. Just my TikTok channel, my page, and my cover page here. I haven't posted on my main page because I'm like, I'm going to get a bunch of content today. So I'll post tomorrow on my main page or tonight, late tonight. But yeah, but after I'm finished or I'm happy with, you know, what I've done, then I have breakfast. Because this is a little, you know, side gig for me. And I don't know if y'all can help me, but I'm trying to get back to my 4,000 watched hours. So if you can go check out a video or listen to a stream or play my Insane album, the whole album is here on YouTube on my channel. Go to my originals playlist. Just play the album while you're working around the house or, you know, while you're in the tub or something. I would appreciate it. So I can get back my watch hours and get back my partnership. Because when they did all of this, they changed the rules for YouTube. You had to have 4,000 watch hours, blah, blah, blah. I literally had 3,100 watch hours on this page. But then I have 3 other pages on YouTube. So if those could have been combined, I would have had my 4,000. They wouldn't allow that. And I only opened the other pages because when they offered me partnership, you couldn't have covers on your main page or whatever partnership page. You couldn't have covers on there. Of course, you couldn't do anything scandalous. So I had to take my covers off. I had to start a cover channel because that's the way a lot of people found me, from doing covers on YouTube. And that's the way people found Money Long. That's the way Justin Bieber got signed. That's the way Carmen got signed. That's the way Chloe and Halle got signed. You know, so you got to, singers have to do covers in order for people to, you know, find them on the net. What's this that I just did on TikTok? I have a series that I started way back when, and then I stopped it, and I just restarted it, and it's called the 21st Century Music Vault. And this week, my featured artist is Shawn Mendes. So I just realized that he was discovered on Vine doing covers, 6-second covers of songs, 6 seconds. Can you imagine? But that's how he got signed. That's how he got discovered. Your name is Robert. Robert is I think it's a good name because it's my name, but it's just such a common name. I'm just common. She ain't nothing but common. Now who you calling common? You're self-indulgent, self-absorbed, non-professional. You! I'm calling you that common piece he's knocking off. Now you listen to me, miss, blame it on the world. Put up with you much too long. I have put up with your bitching. I put up with your nagging and all your screaming too. Well, now when are you two gonna stop all this fighting? Stay out of this real. This is between Dina and me. Yeah, well, it's between me too. I think I just swallowed a piece of grit, went down the wrong pipe while I was singing. Lord have mercy. You can't eat and sing at the same time, or so it would seem. And you think I would know that after 45, 50 years of singing, but whatever. Let me get me something to drink real quick. Now who you calling common? Oh! Y'all heard that? Y'all ain't hear that, did y'all? I know y'all probably too young, but where's that from? You know where it's from? Oh! This is out of the juicer. It's grapefruit, orange, and ginger. So I juiced this yesterday. I've got some left over, so I'm gonna have this to finish out my morning meal or my noon meal. Okay, so if you don't know where that's from, I don't know if you guys ever saw The Birdcage with Robin Williams, but you know he used to do that. Anything something happened that was a little surprising or shocking or whatever, he would be oh. And I thought it was hilarious, and I've done it ever since. And I do it without even thinking about it. You know, it's just natural. It's just a part of my, makeup, my physiognomy. Now who you calling common? You're self-indulgent. I'm telling y'all, that's my favorite sequence in musical theater ever. And I've seen a lot of shows. I haven't seen all of them, but I've seen a lot of shows. And I've been in a lot of shows. I don't know what went down. I think it was a piece of my grits. Tried to go down the wrong pipe. That's kind of a singer exercise for your diaphragm. Excuse me. It's supposed to bring up stuff, but you usually do it with vowels. You'll be like yeah. So it works the core and the diaphragm while also steadying your breathing and all that good stuff. It does a bunch of stuff. I don't remember. I'm not a voice teacher. I don't remember all that stuff. I haven't been in school since. I haven't even gone to a voice class or voice coaching in probably 25 years. And I should. I'd be thinking about it, but I can teach myself. The thing I did most recently, and this was a while ago, is I bought a DVD of a YouTube vocal coach that I like, Eric Arsenault. I don't mind saying his name because I think he's great. But I didn't buy it to learn necessarily anything from him. But I liked his vocal warm-ups, and I wanted to, mix them with mine just to have some new vocal warm-ups, but also someone to warm up along with. Because a lot of times you concentrate a lot when you're warming up, and I think tend to overcompensate or overdo what I'm doing. When warming up is just about getting everything to work, right? Getting everything, lubed up and ready to produce. So the best way for me to do that, and I learned this many, many years ago, the best way for me to do that is to listen along with a voice teacher, or listen along with a voice class or something like that, and be doing the warm-ups, but doing something else in the meantime while I'm doing it, So if I'm sweeping, doing the dishes, making breakfast, anything else, so that I'm not concentrating so much on what's going on here. I'm just like ignoring all of this, ignoring it. And unless I hear something or I feel something that's not right, then I might go back and be like, what was that? Okay, let me, okay, let me fix that. And then I continue. Get a finger wave. Baby, you can't get no finger wave with all these beautiful twists. Hey, Lord. You know what? The funny thing is, just before New Year's Eve last year, I got my hair like twisted, but it wasn't these double strands. It was beginner dreads, right? And I kept it in until maybe 6 weeks ago. I think it's been about 6 weeks now. But I took them out because I was looking at other people's like flat twists, which is what this is, this flat twist or double strand twist, whatever you want to call them. And I missed them so much. So I took out my dreads. They had started locking, but they hadn't totally locked. But it took me like six and a half hours to take it out, and even after that, they just kept trying to like curl up on me. But no, I love my hair. It's about time for me to if it could stay like this, where you can't see my scalp, we can see a little bit of it, but you can't see a lot of it. But if it could stay like this, but be fresh looking, then I would leave it like this forever. But I need to take it down, give it a good wash, maybe a little color, and then I'm going to put it back up. And I'm thinking about doing it a little differently. Maybe, I don't know what I would do differently right now, but when I see it, because there's so many great different people, running around New York with these great hairstyles and stuff like that, and models coming and going. And I do my own hair. So if I see something I like, I either take a little picture, or I, try to remember, I look at, really watch it and see, how it's looking, so that I can try to emulate it when I decide to do it again. And sometimes if I really see something, I'm excited about it, I would take my hair down either that day or the next day. Hi, the gamer and the writer. What's up? Are you one person or two? Or do you have a split personality? Is that why you're the gamer and the writer? Yeah, but finger waves, no. Finger waves anyway. Finger waves, I think, are for feminine women or feminine men. It's never been my thing. I don't think I've ever done finger waves. In fact, I've never done finger waves in my life. I can say that with 100% clarity. Somebody is saying something that they shouldn't be saying. Truth seeker. Why? Know your truth. Know your truth. Oh, Lord. I have a moderator in here. I didn't even know that. Thank you very much, moderator. But give people time. Give people time, to come around, to see the light of day. Beaming with the light of day. A lot of things that I say or that I hear or that I read remind me of songs. So forgive me if I break. Oh, the sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. If I break into whatever, if it's a musical or if it's a popular song or if it's standard, forgive me. Or just enjoy. Therefore, say unto the house of Israel that thus saith the Lord God, I do not this for your sakes. Oh, I do not. Yeah, I think you did. It says it should be I do this for your sakes. O house of Israel, but for mine holy name's sake, which ye have profaned among the heathen, whither ye want. You need to fix a few things in here. You know, my grandmother, my aunt, and my dad are all ministers. So I grew up in church. I grew up in a little storefront church from the time I was like, because my grandma started a church basically in her building's basement. And then, you know, once it grew and grew, then she bought a building. And so trust me, I have read that Bible from tip to stern more than you have, from back to front. And as an adult, I read it through twice. So, you know, trust me, I know whatever you're trying to say, but it doesn't, you know, there is, and I ain't gonna talk about this too much because I got to get out of here. Your relationship with your God or your higher power or, you know, whatever you believe in, the universe, the ancestors, whatever you believe in is it's a personal call. It's not for anybody else to be overhearing or even caring about. So as long as you are right in your spirit, then everything is fine. If you're wrong in your spirit, then you need to fix that. But you let everybody find their journey because we're all here for a reason. And we all are trying to do what we're supposed to be doing to get to enlightenment. So that's all I got to say that. And in the meantime, in between time, it's time for me to go. So I'm going to leave your comments up because, you know, it's all good. It's all good content. I like that because I might come back one day and see it and then make some videos about it, you know, because that's how we do. That's how content creators do. We'll make videos about almost anything. Once it resonates with us, or once we get a point of view, we'll make contents about anything. I'm zesty. Yes, I is, baby. And what are you? You obviously a zesty chaser. That's what you are. Because you're the people who are out there, you know, pushing back against things the most are the ones that are doing that thing undercover or thinking about doing that thing undercover. And we know that because look at the GOP always talking about, oh, LGBTQ is bad, LGBT. But as soon as they have a convention somewhere, they blow up and crash all of the gay sites, all the hookup sites in the city because they're doing exactly what they're preaching against. So I don't even worry about you. Like I said, I grew up in church. I was accepted in my church. They knew before I knew, and it was total acceptance. And that is what God is about. God is about acceptance. He made me. If you believe in God and you believe he makes no mistakes, how did he make mistakes? And why are the most creative people in the world LMNOP people? So I'll leave that with you. And it's time for me to go because I got to get out of here. Oh my God, I haven't even showered yet. I'm going to be at the Schaumburg for like 20 minutes and then I'm going to have to go downtown. Anyway, this is Robert Anton, robertanton.com, your singer, songwriter, actor, author, poet, signing out. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Peace. Now, how you cut this thing off? Oh, there we go.